Well, hi YouTubers, hi, I'm back with the 41 Years of Mills and Boone, and it is, here we go, book 2 of the Winter Western Wonderland. I'm recording this in April, uploading it in December. Right, Fallen Angel by Jenna Kernan. When Abby March is accidentally shot, she and her young boy are taken into the rugged stranger's care. Dark and mysterious Ford Standler hides a softer side and offers just as much more than just a Christmas to remember. So essentially, Ford is out busy trying to collect a bounty, and Abby's there with her son, Daniel, trying to cut a tree. He's 8, and Ford shoots her by mistake. Yeah, that's the weird ass meet cute in ever in the Mills and Boone. Oh, Dad, Papa, how did you and Mama meet? Oh, kill, shot in the shoulder at Christmas time in Durango, Colorado, 1887. There you go. So, right. And the fact is, okay, because Ford is tracking down a bounty, he wins, okay, he kills the bounty, if you will. And here you go. Right. Right. This bit here. The stranger rose as Abby dove, her fingers clasping around cold steel, and the shot cracked, vibrating through the barrel and scorching her fingers. A second shot sounded from the road behind her, and a hot pain as a branding iron seared across her left shoulder. Huda shook her off, and she fell into the snow. He stepped over her and raised his gun again, pressing his cheek to her stock. She felt seeing fire as she turned to find her son Daniel stood jawed beside his little tree, and took a step backwards. His arms waved as he tottered and tumbled off the cliff. Right. 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 This bit here. Right. Okay. Chapter 2. Right. Before Santler had just stepped into a nightmare, images and sights blurred together as he left his horse to scale the cliff's face. Basically, between Ford and Abby was the bounty, who obviously died. Above him, the boy shouted for help, his muscles stained and his boots slipping as he scrambled up the icy hillside. What in the name had he done? Okay. The first shot sparked off the rock to his left, so he returned fire. Anyone would. He'd aimed at the centre of the brown man's coat, but as he squeezed the trigger finger, the image shifted into a man and a woman fighting over the gun. Yeah. Right. So, right. And the thing is in this, okay, so Ford goes over there to turn to her, the woman he bloody shot, as you do. And straight away, okay, he's like he's interested in her. Get this, get this. Yeah. This is when, okay, Abby is unconscious. I just my foot. Jessie is unconscious, okay, and he's got her on the horse and he's holding her, okay, and he glanced at her face once more, wondering why a woman of such beauty wasn't dressed in bright colours. If she were his, he'd dress her in red velvet. What gone into him? She wasn't his, nor did he want a full-time woman. Not sure he would ever want that again. What? It's like, oh yeah, she's so beautiful. She's so, she's like, she's like Snow White lying in the bloody snow. Okay, right, this bit here, further along. Full straight ahead. Oh, by this time, okay, Abby's definitely on the horse, okay? Trying to ignore the ache that holding the woman brought to him. Her warmth seeped into his skin and making it feel hot and itchy. She smelled of vanilla and nutmeg. Inhaled her fragrance, isolating the earthly scent as if it was all her own. But he could not ignore her no longer, and he gazed down at her angelic face. Lips were parted, and her breath came slow and even, as if she only slept. No, in fact, she's been shot. It's got an infection, and it's hit an artery. Okay, and then, okay, so basically Ford barges into like a hotel with a dead guy and his dead guy, over there, and a woman being shot in his arms with a kid, and essentially says, we'll take over the most expensive rooms for like the week while she heals. We'll get a doctor, I heal you kind of thing in a hotel. Okay, right. Right, and this is a bit okay from Abby's point of view as she's waking up from being unconscious. Okay. Right. The memory kicked her. Abby shifted in her sleep, and the throbbing pain brought her to awareness. She lay in the shadowland between sleep and wakefulness, waiting for a few more minutes of slumber. I've been certain she needed to do something. She always needed to do something. What was it that called her now? Her mistress, Miss Federline. Her mistress kicked her hard in the stomach as she recalled. The memory kicked her hard in the stomach as she recalled that her employer who had hired Abby as her companion for the Jennywares had sacked her near the instant they arrived in Durango. Right. And then that's how she met Daniel, and then she got married. So then she met her husband, and got married, and then got divorced. And she's a tainted woman in town. Yes, yes. I don't think it's sold for reputation. Okay, the fact is that yes, Abby got shot, and now she's in the hospital. Now she's in a hotel with a man who shot her. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. And the fact is, okay, Abby, I'll give her some respect. Okay, she gives as good as it gets. Okay, she basically pulls them out on. Well, you definitely ruined my reputation in town, haven't you? Cheers for that, Ford. Yeah, cheers. Right. Right. He rubbed his back of his neck. It's just Ford. That's my first name, Ford Stanton. And I'm asking you to allow me to pay for your room. It's enough to do after causing you and your boy such trouble. Trouble, huh? As always saying you bloody well shot her. If she'd been a few inches further to the right, the bullet would have hit her in the spine. Ford said a shudder down his back. Right. So the fact is, it's Christmas coming up. So decided to have Christmas in the hotel, as you do. You know, so Abby is sharing this room with her son and this mystery man. Okay, they're all in the same room. Oh, there's a reputation going on. Yep. Right. Right. It's been here. Right. Well, Christmas here, said Ford. But looked at Mr. Stanton looming from the foot tray of the bed as if he belonged by her side. Well, that's not necessary. You're going to fight me on every damn thing, aren't you? He was shook by his language. She only gasped, and then he stared at her to see what she would do next. At Christmas, you should be up and around, bearing unforeseen circumstances. If all goes well, we'll celebrate together and then part ways. How does that strike you? Please. Danny actually clasped his hands together before it was a praying for God Almighty. So Abby really doesn't, you know, a real choice in this, you know. So, right. Right, this bit here. Okay, right. Yeah, she had a little choice. She quickly determined she could not work. Regardless of the scandalous arrangement would cause, she would stay in this room for as long as it took to heal. She lived through humiliation far greater than this, and even to change her, she'd admit. Woman could suffer a divorce and remain unscathed. She had more than just her innocence she lost more than just her innocence to him. She lost her youth, for his departed forced her to grow up. She made her own decisions now, including accepting the bounty hunter's offer. Right. And he keeps calling her Angel. He keeps calling her Angel, okay? You know, here you go, take care of your angel, or you just fit in, because to him, she's the Christmas angel, she's a goddamn angel, right? You hungry, Angel? Would you call me Abigail? He seemed to consider it for a moment and shook his head. I like Angel. She frowned. She knows she's denying it. Don't expect it to feel this way twice in her lifetime. He found himself fascinated with everything about her. That she was divorced only made her more appealing. John had gumption. He added that to her list of virtues and began to worry. You had a deal. You only have until Christmas Day. What you got? She's not a puppy, but you know, hey. So in this hotel room where her reputation is probably being destroyed outside, never hear people from the outside. Okay, what's going on? They start putting Christmas together. They get a tree. There's a moment, okay, where Abby freaks out, okay, because Danny goes out with Ford to get like Christmas stuff, and it's bit here, okay, right, 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 and Abby just freaks out, okay, because obviously you don't go with strangers. I'm sorry, Abby, I hadn't had the right. He's your son, not mine, but he wished it once. So in only 2 days, the boy had wheeled into his heart like a weevil in a cotton ball. Rest now, you have to lie still. Wipe the tears from my cheeks. Come here, Angel. Ford drew into his arms, holding her tenderly. Her tears burned him, scalding like burnt coffee. How could you do something lame-brained? You need a panic that came from losing sight of your child. Yeah, Abby freaks out and feels like, oh my god, yeah, maybe I shouldn't take a woman's kid away and not let her know what she's recovering because I just shot her in the shoulder. Yes, right. Right. And the thing is, okay, forced us to feel a little bit remorseful for this because basically his promise on Christmas going to stay for Christmas, okay? Right. And the thing is, Ford, because he had a family of his own, okay, but he lost them. This bit here. Right. He found her asleep on the sofa, still sitting up, his blanket wrapped tightly around her shoulders. She was a fine woman, and he was a stray dog to steal into her life and sneak off into the night. Yes. Yeah, and the thing is, they even, like, totally do Christmas. I mean, they even bring up like a piano forte from downstairs again, and start bashing out songs and singing together and being a family. And one thing I will give this, okay, all the actual Christmas carols they sung actually were written around this time, so they're correct. But in the end, okay, Abby, after like a week with this guy, okay, shot in the shoulder, she decides, I'm going to pursue him. So Ford, after he gets the bounty for the guy he killed in between, Abby, he basically gives it all to her, okay, to start a new life and just be happy. And Abby decides with these $738, okay, I'm going to look at how much that's worth and put that in the thing. She is going to put a bounty out on Ford. There you go. Wanted alive, $739 reward for information on the whereabouts of the bounty hunter for Stantler. So the connections to crimes of the heart. Contact Abby March. So Abby puts out a bounty out on Ford for get him to come back and be with her. Yeah. And this is a courtship that is less than a week. Abby's recovering through most of it. They don't really know each other. But anyway, here we go. They paid a wedding march and Danny lifted his elbow for Abby to grasp. Together they walked down the aisle to meet Ford and the new life as a family. Ford stood as solemnly as a minister dressed in a black suit with his hat in his hands. His hair still needed a trim, but the barber had obviously applied some oil for the waves were gone and shone darkly into the morning light. So much she much preferred the unruly chestnut locks, but thought he'd never look more striking. Yes. So within a week, around Christmas time, they get married. Yep. Typical Mills and Boone. And one thing, it's a novella, more like. So it's okay. The language is good, but it's just so rushed. I shot this woman. We're going to spend Christmas together. Basically, it's kind of like she has no choice in this. She's kind of like his mercy. She has no real power in this. Took gives her $738, which I'm going to actually find how much it's actually worth, and put it under there. And that's pretty much it. So Jenna Kernan, it's a nice diversion, if you will, but it's not like the best, if you will. So part of the Western Winter Wonderland, Born Angel by Jenna Kernan. That's alright. Take care, everyone. Bye now.